We're Heather and Nine, and we got married in 2020. The pandemic cancelled our honeymoon plans, so instead we bought Big Red. We have had loads of adventures in her all over the UK, and now we want to go full time, so we bought Lottie. After 7 long months of building, we have come a long way and are finally getting to the finishing touches. Check out this resin table that we're making for our living area. Our van tour should be just around the corner, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.
Hello everybody, it's a new day. It is a beautiful day and we are back in the van. I've been absent for a few days and I haven't got a lot done this week, to be honest. I've been quite ill, not like super sick. The thought of dust and the noise from vanbuilders hasn't been great. I am problem fixing today. You remember in the last video I went around and I polyfilled or caulked up all of our gaps between our boards, whether it's the heat or whether it's just the way that we've put our boards in. They've all cracked again. See more obviously on this side, that big black line, and they're the same all around the van. Been racking my brain trying to figure out how to make them disappear, and I kind of knew this was an option from the start. I didn't really want to do it, but I'm kind of here now. It doesn't really match our kind of Scandi vibe, but I'm gonna put up some very thin, hopefully quite subtle paneling. So I've taken a piece of wood and on the table saw I've just made it super thin. So I've shredded that up. I'm gonna tack it on and give it a go. Doesn't really have the same theme as the rest of the van, but it's only thin and it's quite subtle. I don't think it'll be that noticeable, and it's definitely better than having the cracks everywhere, so let's do that. And this is what it looks like, just very thin beams, kind of in that square or large rectangle pattern. And I'm going to paint them white, so hopefully they'll blend in quite a lot, and I'm going to frame out the windows as well, but they're going to be in a stained wood, so hopefully that'll draw the eye away from the paneling, which will hopefully blend into the background a bit. Okie doke, so plan is now, this is all the paneling I can put on until I figure out exactly what I want to do with these windows. So I'm gonna give all this a lick of white paint, mask off the areas back there that don't want to get painted, and see how it looks once it's blended in. Where's my masking tape gone? There she is. Start off with that. So if you can see behind me, that is the first coat on, and I think it's actually not looking too bad now. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm trying to work out some DIY magic for these windows, which I'll take you outside to see now. Okay, so I've cut up more of the same stuff. So this all used to be one piece of wood, and I've chopped it into 3 essentially. So that it's nice and thin and lightweight. And now I'm basically trying to frame the windows, but I don't want anything that sticks out too much, which is why I've put this up into 3. And I want it to be a slightly different color, and same color as the roof. So I'm just going to stain that now. See this though, the sunsets recently have been stunning around here. Look at that. I've actually been spoilt. I catch myself sometimes when I look over, I'm like, oh, there's another sunset, and don't stop and appreciate it, because I go months and months and months without seeing one beautiful sunset. When you do see one, you're like, wow, that's gorgeous. But when they happen every day, it's hard to remind yourself to stop sometimes and just appreciate them. But it's good. Okay, back to work. Okay, that's that all stained up, and now we just wait for it to dry. Oh, gotta catch that drip. So that's gonna be a tomorrow job now. Again, waiting for the paint to dry inside. And that sunset has just matured into a beauty. Let me show you. Look at that sky. Wowza. Wowza woes. Welcome to another day on the van build, guys. So, yesterday obviously I painted the walls. Today I'm priming up all of this. I've just been to the shop and got some dark undercoat. So we've got a dark grey because all this is going to be black. I've painted a few things black and put white primer on underneath, and it's just a nightmare. You have to like cover it up 10 times more than you would if you had a dark primer. So that's what we're doing. Another long day in here, but it's beautiful and sunny. I've got the fan on and I'm getting to it. So let's see how this goes. All is going well. It looks kind of blue on camera, but it's actually a dark grey primer. And I've just got this last side to do, and this little doormat area as well, and then that's, oh, and my shoe area, which I haven't actually masked off yet. And then that is me donezo with the black primer. So we just wait for it to dry, and tomorrow we paint it all black. High gloss black. Okay, the next project is the tabletop. Now this is something I've been quite excited for a while. I've got my materials here, some wood, and I've just cut out the base. So I've done some resin artwork in the past, and I want to make a resin tabletop, but not the classic river table. I want to make like a cross section, and I'll show you pretty much as we go. First I need to set up this, so we cut all of these the same length. Okay, so last thing I did last night was I painted the base of the table black, and now I need to continue cutting out some of my little wood circles. So I've got a few different cuts of wood here, and I'm going to slice these up. And then we're going to glue them down, and then we're going to... Okay, so at the moment I'm just making the frame for my table, putting these bits on the side. And I know what you're probably thinking. Heather, is this not a two-person job? Where is that husband of yours, aka co-van builder? And I can tell you where he is. He is pretending to be inside editing, but he's actually outside the front playing football with his nephew. Because I can hear him, because he's not that quiet. But someone's got to do the work. So here we are. Now, I've done my 3 pilot holes along here. I can do those over again with paint. And I'm just going to drill these into the side. Change my drill bit, and I'm going to put some glue on there as well, because what's really important when doing anything with resin is it's got to be watertight. If there is a little crack, the resin will find it and it will leak out. So let's get this on. So I've got all my sides glued on now. Next, I'm going to glue down my little bits of wood. If you don't glue them down, when you pour the resin in, they'll all just float to the top. So best to glue them down to keep them all the same level.
What do I makes me feel it to write you this song.
A little update on what else I did. I decided I didn't like the way that we were doing our windows, which is like this. My plan was to get some ply or flexi ply or something and line the inside of these. And I think it would look fine, but in person they just don't look that great. So instead, I did this. Now I still need to do the bottom of this one, but I've just framed them out in pine stained to look like oak. So it now matches our countertop and our roof a little bit, not quite as red. But I think it looks really nice. So that's all the wood in. I've just glued it all down and now I just need to resin it. So we'll mix the resin now and then we'll get it all done. The next very important thing with resin that you must check before you pour, and it's quite hard obviously because my surface isn't exactly even, so I'm just checking it in a few different places, is that it's level. Check it on the sides. Yeah, so I'm happy enough with that. And now I mix up my resin and we pour. And I'm going to do a bold thing that I shouldn't probably do, but I'm going to pour all of my hardener into my resin and then just pour it straight onto my table because I'm feeling a bit lazy today. Usually you would measure out, so the ratio is 2 to 1 and it would all go in, but I am wanting to get this done while I've got heat in the day, so I'm going to take some risks. A stirry stick, and I'm going to stir this for about 5 minutes. Okay, moment of truth. Now we pour and we see if I've got any leaks, which hopefully I won't. No going back now.
You keep blowing me out, I keep holding you in. I keep asking myself, oh, why do you still hurt? Why do you still hurt? Why do you still
If you do decide to do a resin table, oh, I got you there, mister. Maybe don't do it outside in spring or summer because I've just picked about 10 flies out of the table. I'd rather not have to be doing this, but I don't really want flies preserved in my kitchen table for the rest of its days. There's another one. And on that note, I'm going to leave you for this week. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I'm just going to have to work doubly as hard next week to get the, oh, another fly. To get the submarine pico in, get our shower finished, get our toilet finished, and our Wi-Fi solution finished. So come back to hopefully see all that done next Sunday. And if you haven't already, please subscribe below. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers and I would really appreciate it if you could hit the big red button. Thank you.